I'm going to do two more example problems. These are going to be from 5.5. These are on page 593 in your book. So the first one that we're going to do is number 265, and it actually gives us a hint as to what to use for u. So it tells us to use u as x squared plus 1. Well, if we look at it, we've got a radical down in the denominator. We got the x squared plus 1 in there. It'd be useful to get it out of there. And the derivative of x squared plus 1 happens to be 2x. So we have du would be equal to 2x and then dx. So we've got something to replace there. So we have to replace x dx. We've got a 2 left over, which means we put it as a 1/2. We divide each side, put it in 1/2. So this equals 1/2 integral of 1 over root u du. We can change that. So it's 1 over u to the 1/2, or it's u to the negative 1/2. And now we can use our power rule here. So we've got 1/2, and then we've got 1 over negative 1/2 plus 1, u to the negative 1/2 plus 1, all plus c. It's 1/2. This is 1 over 1/2, which is just 2. And then we have root u. So these actually cancel because, again, this the second fraction is actually 2. So it's just root u plus c. Now we have to fill in. So let's u was x squared plus 1, so this equals root x squared plus 1 plus c. Okay. Now, number 272, I chose this one over 271. 271 would require a substitution and then some manipulation. There's an example problem similar to it, or with the technique a few pages in. We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing ones more like this. So we have in this, to the 10th power here, we've got something with it's t, not r, t to the second power, and the derivative of t to the second power is going to be a t to the first power or some form of that, and that's what we have outside. So we're going to let our u equal the inside there. So 1 minus t squared, and that makes our du equal to negative 2t dt. Well, again, we've got a t dt outside. We don't have a negative 2, so we have to divide that. So we're going to have a negative 1/2 on the other side. So this equals negative 1/2 integral of u to the 10th du. So negative 1/2, that's 1 over 1 over 11, so 10 plus 1, u to the 11th. That's plus c. So negative 1 over 22, our u is actually 1 minus t squared, and that's the 11th, plus c. All right, and we can see this because if we do the chain rule on this, first of all, the 11 comes down. If we take the derivative, the 11 comes down, and we have negative 1/2. And then we take the derivative of the inside, we get negative 2t, which comes out as just t when it's all canceled.